NG2 practical project. If you want to avoid failing, you have to avoid making mistakes around your hazards and hazard categories. Let's go through some of the things that you must not do wrong. Now, the first thing we need to remember is that we have a number of hazard categories. If we take a look at this table here, this table is in the NG2 guidance, and NEBOSH say, for the avoidance of doubt, the hazard categories are here in this table. Now, each one of these words is a hazard category. So hazardous substances, that's a category. Fire, that's a category. Electricity, that's a category. The rules are that your 10 or more hazards on the risk assessment must be drawn from at least 5 hazard categories, which means you can't just have slip hazards, or you can't just have manual handling hazards, or you can't have a couple of manual handling hazards, a trip hazard, a fire hazard, and some electrical hazards, because that would only be four hazard categories, and that would lead to you failing. So make sure you kind of spread out your hazards across a range of different categories. Now, I have checked with NEBOSH as an examiner. I have checked you can have all 5 of your hazard categories taken from, say, element 8. You could have a welfare one, a work at height one, a low working one, a couple of slips and trips, some vehicle movement stuff as well, and that covers your 5 hazard categories. But, red alert, if you only take hazards from one element, there's a very good chance that you are not going to assess all of the significant risks in your workplace. The examiner expects you to cover, in your risk assessment, all of the significant risks in the workplace. So they have looked at the introduction on your report, and they will think, right, there's going to be a fire hazard there, there's going to be an electrical hazard there, there's a bit of manual handling there, there's some chemicals in there, there's going to be a noisy workplace. They have in their mind all the hazards they would expect to see in your environment. And if you miss some of those significant hazards, you will fail. So you must cover all of the significant risks in your workplace and make sure you're covering at least the 5 different hazard categories. In practice, you're probably going to have 8 or 9 hazard categories depending on the type of workplace that you're in.